Hi there, it's Tomasz from Back to the Mats. Week number 4. Today it's gonna be quick summary of week number 4. It was a week that I spent at home, did zero jiu-jitsu training and everything due to basically my stupidity. I got injured. Last Sunday, on the open mat session, on the first open mat, everything was going fine. I came back from the training. I felt little aches and pains here and there, but the bigger one was in my knee. So I recorded my 3-week summary vlog, and little did I know that the knee it's gonna present itself as a bigger problem the next day. So even the same day at the evening, my knee starting to freeze a little bit, and I felt a pain coming from the side of my knee, from the inside of my leg, the inside side of my knee. And then the knee was freezing up in the positions, but I said, hey, it's not the first time that my knee hurt, and I was like really optimistic about it and said like, okay, to myself, I'm gonna go to training tomorrow and then I will take it easy, etc, etc. However, the next day morning when I woke up, I couldn't walk, I couldn't straighten my leg, I couldn't put too much weight on the knee. So I decided, okay, I need to take a 1-day break, and then second and third day on Wednesday it was still hurting. So I decided to take a whole week break from jiu-jitsu. So Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday in the mornings I focused on rehab exercises for the knee. I did some one leg deadlifts with the kettlebells. I did sitting up on the chair with one leg. I did going up and down the chair, a little bit of jumping, stretching, straightening the knee. Usually when I'm fine, I'm walking around 10 to 15,000 steps. I reduced it to around 8 to 10 a day. Thursday, Friday I slept very well, and today it's Sunday evening and I feel that tomorrow I'm gonna go to training because the pain has gone down. It didn't go down completely, however I can bend and straighten my knee, and I feel much better and ready to training and ready to take the training with a pinch of salt. So I will definitely see how it's gonna go, and maybe either not roll at the end or roll very lightly, and yeah. But what I was going to say, the main idea of this vlog is that through the whole of this week I was like keep thinking why this happened, what did I do wrong, and I was like reflecting on my first 3 weeks in jiu-jitsu mats, and yeah, I did a lot of beginner mistakes, and one of them that eventually made me injured was like tensing and holding for my dear life within the guard position. So initially I thought, oh, I remember this guy breaking my guard with elbows, etc., and I started going into the way of thinking that, oh, this was a dick move or something like that. But no, after deeper thinking, after the longer time thinking about it, it was me that was a dickhead, that was stalling the position, holding for dear life, and eventually made the thing escalate. So the guy that I was training with, and it's not only one but several of them, they had to start escalating and use a bit more force and different techniques to break the guard. Nothing was happening. I was doing nothing in the guard, and hey, sitting in there for 5 minutes, it doesn't make any sense. So eventually they broke the guard, and because I was so tense and I was so holding onto it, I didn't feel the pain so much, but obviously I felt the pain after the training. jiu-jitsu, it's hard. Sometimes it's harder. I definitely gave a good thought about my approach, and even though I thought that I left ego at home and I know more or less how to behave, etc., and how to train, it's like you're a freshman, you're a white belt, you don't know shit. So yeah, this is my attitude needs to change a little bit, and this will happen from the next Monday when I start my 5th week of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The lessons learned: I'm definitely not gonna pull guard because the knee, it still hurts, so I don't want to risk it. I'll try different approach, and yeah, I'll focus on different techniques and different ideas, but definitely I will try to be more chilled out and more relaxed, and not to use so much force when it's not needed, and yeah, and then just keep rolling. Yeah, so that's it. That's a quick vlog, quick summary of week 4 with the injury. 3 days of rehab, 4 days of relaxing and enjoying myself, eating food and sleeping well. All 7 days I think worked a miracle. My knee, it's much better now, and I think it's ready for the next week trainings. Stay tuned, subscribe to my channel to hear more of my history. This is life. I'm 44, need to look after my body and need to keep my ego under control. That's life. That's BJJ. See you next time. Peace.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scar.